The fine folks at Earle Teat Music in Delmar, Delaware have loaned me this sick EVH rig, and I'm going to get to share it with you today, right here on Geargasms. Hi everybody, welcome to Geargasms. I'm your host, Alan Barnes. Today, I am the very, very grateful recipient of this loaner 5150 rig. Now, my good friends at Earle Teat Music, they have a store in Delmar, Delaware, and they also have an even bigger location in Dover, Delaware. Delaware is tax-free. They're just up the road from me a little ways. They are so super cool there. I had noticed that they'd gotten this 5150 in, the Iconic, and I'd been wanting to play with it and touch it. And they were like, don't just play with it and touch it, you can take it home. You can put it on your channel. And then they were like, why don't we give you this EVH Wolfgang Standard Exotic to plug into it to do your video? I'm like, yeah, why don't you just give me the keys to your store? I love it. Thank you guys so much. I guess that makes it a sponsored video. I'm not really clear of the rules. And speaking of the rules, if you're new to the channel, I'd like to beg you to like and subscribe. This channel is kind of like being on hold, except you're not going to hear something that you're even remotely interested in, and the music's a lot worse. Celebrate mediocrity. I'm going to go over some of the specs of this. We're going to go light on this guitar on this video, and there's a reason. I'm going to do another video because, you know, I have the Wolfgang Standard. I'm going to compare those two in a separate video. So this guitar, as cool as it is, it really isn't the star of the video. Now, if you're new to this amp or you've been living under a rock, it is a 40-watt tube amplifier with a single 12-inch speaker. It has two channels, a green and a red. Each one has their own gain control, and if you'll notice along the back panel, the gain and the volume controls are separated from each other per channel. That's something I've never seen before. The typical 3-band EQ is a shared EQ. It has global reverb, resonance, and presence for both channels. It has a boost knob that is foot switchable. We'll talk more about that later. Channel 2 has a noise gate. On the clean channel, it gives you an overdrive button. On the red channel, it gives you a burn button. On the back panel, you got power, you got your standby. You could take this baby down to a quarter of its original power, which by my math would be 10 watts. You have XLR out with all the cabinet simulated IR stuffy stuff that I don't know anything about, and I'm going to skip. You have a preamp out, effects send and return. You've got parallel outputs for running extension speakers, and one of them already has a load built into it. If you just want to run one extra, that is very super handy. And of course, a place for your footy switch. And as I understand it, the foot switch will change channels and I think engage the boost, and that might be it. I didn't get the foot switch. The 5150 Iconic is available in black or white Tolex, perched precariously on top of this here rig, probably much to the chagrin of the people at Earle Teat. This here Wolfgang's Standard. It pretty much has all the hardware layout as the special on up, so we know what we're getting with this. Basswood body, maple top, has a burl laminate, roasted maple neck, tuners, wiggle stick, volume tone. Because I picked this up at the store, there won't be any unboxing. It was already on the sales floor, and I know you're disappointed, but we will still get into the Geargasms time tunnel, and we will travel to Earle Teat, and we'll pick this thing up together.
We keep our dirty laundry on the line to discuss the coffee. Our little town gets smaller.
Earle Teat Music's gonna hook us up. Now you guys, excuse us. Now they got the Standard and the Special. Yeah, that's gonna be the one that
we just got this in the EVH Exotic Series Spalted Maple. And this thing absolutely rocks.
This is gonna be the one, dude. Let's see that again. Oh, that is so sweet.
It's got the baked neck on it.
Oh,
super stable.
Right. And this is the amp that we're gonna pair it with, and it's gonna be the rig from hell. That is sweet. Guys, we're gonna take that and put that on the air, and we'll see what it is. Oh. Alrighty, I am on the green, the clean channel. I am super stoked. I did set the levels a little bit. I have very little reverb dialed in, and resonance and presence are down. Middle position on the old Wolfgang.
Ooh, you suck!
Just nice clean chords. Want to hear the single notes. You want to hear the neck? Now, quite a few reviewers have already noted how good the cleans are on this. They're kind of unsung. First blush, I kind of have to agree. Especially for strumming. Turn the presence halfway up. All the way up. That is super nice. You can definitely hear that. And we'll sort of listen to that same thing with just the EQ section. Now treble all the way up. Because again, we're still on the neck pickup, which is normally pretty dark. That's crazy! Both of them all the way up. When amps don't have them, I never missed them till I had them, and now that I have them, I see an amp that doesn't have one. It's like, oh. So that's resonance, presence, and EQ and their relationship to the clean channel. That's mids halfway, and now mids all the way. That's bass halfway, bass off. That is not nearly as bad sounding as I thought it would be. Let's talk about the reverb while we're here and in the clean. Can you hear a little bit of it? Here's with it off. A little more. See, now we are at about 4. It's a little chirpy. It's kind of speedy. So that's my only knock so far on it, is I'm not a fan of the reverb, but you know, most people, they have reverb on their boards these days. I mean, it's a serviceable reverb, and let's be honest, we get to the other side. You chug people, the last thing you want on an amp is reverb. You do not want any muddiness there. You want that to be tight and clear. It could be a little less chirpy is all I'm saying. On the clean, there is an overdrive. Let's find out what happens when we hit it. I think we know. Oh goodness. Wow. See if we can control that with the gain at all, because that is just so much. That sounds so surprisingly like a Vox to me. And I don't like Vox. But chimey. It sounded so unexpectedly. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting more of a pushing a twin reverb, kind of an overdrive voice there, but so let me goose the gain on that a little bit. We're gonna, oh my Lord, turn it down. Without the overdrive switch engaged, you can kind of get that. Give it a little bit of reverb. Get your Doom blues on. All you Doom kids out there, you could play this evil looking rig, and then you could just play like blues licks. So yeah, it'll do some amazing throaty stuff, more what I expect, with its own preamp sort of voice maxed. That Overdrive thing is such a different beast. Why don't you look where you put your hands on a guitar neck before you... Because everybody loves to hear this. It builds tension. Oh yeah, what a sexy chord. What a sexy YouTuber. Yeah. This sort of has a squashed, hear that? So we kind of done the Overdrive thing. The next thing I want to explore is staying on the clean channel. I have to fart with the boost. I have to fart with a boost. Camera 3 rolls. Skull is on. The skull is on. Okay, I got good news and I got bad news. I'll tell you the bad news first. The bad news is I don't have the foot switch, so I can't really show you the boost because it's foot switchable. Good news is we're done with cleans. Yeah! And now all the goody two-shoe boys can leave the video and us horns up crowd can get what we're looking for, which is channel 2. Oh, here we go already. I articulated that so poorly, but a daw. So that, of course, the EQs are the same. 10 o'clock on the gain, channel 2. Volume is just barely up. Already, let's scoop it a little bit. Let's go Eddie settings. A little heavy on the bass, mids kind of scoop, just a little on the day. Yeah, we go. What do we got? Let's get that resonance all the way up. Let's oof this thing. What kind of bass can we get? Now, the construction of this cabinet, if you noticed all those connection points on the back, that's to keep that bass tightly focused when the gain gets stupid. So we got that bass all the way oofed, and it was all right. Nobody got hurt. Nobody died.
That's what she said.
Now right there's a big problem for all high gain amps when you're not playing. But what has this got? It has a noise gate for channel 2. Let's use it. Still there? There it goes. If you need that extra tight, extra aggressive sort of noise gate. Let's see if it kills a note. Didn't seem to. Let's go halfway, baby, on the gain. We're in full wolf. I'll give you 3 o'clock first. Let's give it all to gain now. The thrash metal version of Black Dog. Now I got copyright struck up the butt now. Let's turn reverb. Reverb's all the way off, so we are max chug. Now here is a button we can do. This one called burn. So here's the max without the burn. That's a lot. We got a little bit more time. Let's do a little more chugging. We'll pull the gain just a little bit back. We'll take the burn out, keep the gain up. But that's a lot of oof. You can still hear the chords. You can still hear all the notes of the chord. All right, we're gonna get to hear me play some lead through this wonderful amp. Hopefully it will do my amazing talented fingers justice. I threw a little bit of the Canyon delay in the loop because you got to when you play lead as poorly as I do. Take the mids out. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, I hate when that happens. I'm gonna fix this and we'll start again. I'll try again. I'll try again to play some lead. All right, we're back. I guess I didn't tighten up the E string well enough into the bridge there. And by the way, I also do tech work on the side. You can hit up my Patreon if you want me to work on your guitars. Now I'm afraid to bend the E string. Where were we before we got so rudely interrupted? Oh, that's right. We were rocking and rolling. We were trying to. I was trying to. Is the burn? Now let's take the burn out. We don't need no stinking burn for a lead. So let's take the gain down a little bit. We're going back to like 930. See what effect the burn has on that level of gain. It sounds so nice, and then you hear every little jostle and thing noise that I make echoing across over and over again. Halfway, baby. Presence. You can see the knobs. I got a third camera. You can see it. Unless you're blind, and I apologize sincerely. Then you'll have to just check the closed captioning. We're gonna go all the way, and we're taking the burn out. Noise gate's way up, isn't it? We'll pull that back a little bit. Again, we'll give it a little bit of scoop. Is that right, scoop? Should we scoop it? Okay, I'm still looking for some high end. I just don't feel like it's there. Maybe I'm getting old. Let's bring the mids up a little bit. Presence up a little more. Let's pull the resonance down. It passes a Freebird test. What else can we do with this amp that might make it sound better? I know. We've been playing lead through this channel. Let's go back. Why can't we not go back to channel 1? So let's see what kind of lead sounds we can make. Not with clean, but we're going to take that gain all the way up. Okay, so that's like the max gain we can get out of that, so I guess we're going to have to throw this overdrive on there. So that's with the overdrive, the gain all the way up on channel 1 and the overdrive pushed in. Yeah, you can sort of. There is a place in France, actually, where the ladies actually don't wear pants.
It's Britney, bitch.
So yeah, you can kind of get your blues on that way without the overdrive, and then again, channel 1 overdrive, you can do all your rock and roll. Now, if you just noticed, I did hear something I wanted to point out that I had not yet heard before. But when I took the gain down on channel 1, I think it opened it up a lot more. I think it breathes more there. So that's it, channel 1, channel 2, back to channel 1, lead playing, rhythm playing, and all of it awful. Well, what did we learn today? I think what I learned is that I am a lot more into this amp than I initially was when I saw the YouTube demo videos of it. I'm still stuck between this and the 5153 with the EL34s in it is my next big amp purchase. But I was really, really surprised at not only just how fat and chuggy it sounds when it's gained out, but that the clean and the mid-breakup stuff was really, really unexpectedly sweet as well. We also learned, or at least I learned, that I didn't really love the reverb. It's a little bit chirpy, and I get it. You know, this amp is not, probably, there'll be very few people that ever use that reverb, and most people that are finicky about their reverb, they've got it in a pedal anyway. We also learned, but I didn't really talk about it too much, is just the fact that this closed back cabinet and the design of it, there's so many contact points on the back. There must be like 12 screws in that sumbitch. It keeps it super tight, it keeps that back super closed, and keeps the bass focused. It never flubbed out. And finally, we learned that with that, engaging the overdrive on the green channel and playing with the gain a little bit, y'all are gonna probably argue with me, but I swear to God, I heard Vox. As always, I thank you for the time that you spend with the channel. Please don't forget to tell some of your really lowbrow, slow-witted friends about Geargasms. You know they're going to fit in here perfectly. Merchandise, merchandise, merchandise. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my merchandise. I'm so tired of talking about my merchandise that I'm making up a fucking song. Buy a t-shirt. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Snoop Doggy Dogg about it, because you'll be waiting on the pizzle, the dizzle, and the shizzle. G's to the Bizac. He'll just show up, smoke all the weed, and drop it like it's hot. But play more guitar, watch less YouTube, and keep coming back here week after week for more Geargasms.